Hey everybody, George here. I thought I would just demonstrate some of the changes that I've made on the avatar table. I'll go ahead and start it up. And I just love the imagery of the movie where they had the night forest scenes. And so I've basically created a theme here of all of the some of the scenes from the night forest, and I created some side blades here where I joined three images together to make what you see there. And the copter there, I made it was really quite dark on the original table, and I made it a little brighter. And also the bumper caps are brighter, and the amp suit, they call that, I added some bump maps and some soft spotlight, and I've also added a back wall texture. I can turn this video off, and you can see that it follows that same theme, and I kind of like it because there's a dark area right behind the copter, and it really kind of helps make some contrast for that. And added lots of pegs and shadow maps. You can see I added some pegs mainly to add some shadow maps. There was some missing, like those two pegs that you see right there on either side of that plastic that ends right there. That would be a place where there should be a peg in the real world, but it wasn't there originally, so I added it, and that makes some shadow maps. And there's a story behind the playfield. The original table that I started with, which was created and updated by Slam Tilt, and but it just used and it increased the size of a smaller texture and made it larger using a standard photo editor, and it just had all kinds of artifacts on it, and so I couldn't really find a replacement texture that I liked real well. And so one of the guys on the Pinball Nirvana forum talked about a program called Upscale, and it uses artificial intelligence to increase the resolution of photos and other images, and I used that to upscale this texture on the playfield. And I'll show you around the room here. This was a room texture that was on the original table, but it was so dark that you just couldn't really see it very well, so I made it a little bit brighter, but I don't think it's too bright. And I can show you the sides of the cabinet here. I didn't really change too much. I probably adjusted the color a little bit and the brightness of it along with the sides there. And there's that. And I can show you the back glass here. I've set it up so that the different lighting modes that I'll cycle through here gets darker, so that the back glass gets darker along with the table on each of the lighting modes as the modes get darker. Okay, so that's the dusk mode there, and then that's the night mode. As you can see, that gets darker, and then it's darkest on the dark night mode. And lots of changes on this. I've added a lighting tweaker that you see down on the bottom right hand side of your screen. I go into that in much more detail in another video. And then there's a menu system that I've added where you press the special 2 key, and those are the lighting modes, and you can see up there on the upper right hand corner there's a keyboard code, and you can use that instead of opening the menu, and you can just type the letter L and you can cycle through the same options that you see. And I'll go ahead and do that right now. Press the L key and you can see it changes it to FP original, day, at night, and all that. So with that, I'm going to increase the volume here and start playing the table. One thing to notice is that the physics uses the new PhysX physics that J. Lou created, and the sounds have all been replaced with the recordings that Fleep had done, and even the rolling ball sounds, I used the code from Smoke provides and replaced the sounds with some of Fleep's sounds as well. So with that, let me go ahead and turn up the volume here. And we'll get started with the game here.
Cultivate a strong mental attitude. You're on Pandora. Expect that back every second of every day. Go on.
Just relax and let your mind
go. Valkyrie 1-6, get your payload ready. Head of security, it's my job to keep you alive.
Link's ready.
We have an indigenous population of humanoids called the Na'vi.
You guys are packing some heavy gear.
Yeah, that's because we're not the only thing flying around out there.
on, son.
What are you called?
Come to Papa.